Welcome back to House on Carrion Hill, House of Bob's cosmic horror adventure played in Pathfinder 2nd Edition in the Galarian campaign setting.
Hi, I'm Dan. I'm playing Willen Dappen, the gnome wizard.
Hi, I'm Janette. I'm playing Bimpkin, the long snout rat oracle.
Hey, I'm Shubert. I am playing Knib-Knub, the razor-tooth goblin fighter.
I'm Trevor, and I'll be playing Theobald, the orc investigator.
And I'm Shaun, your game master. If you like what we do and you want to support the show, visit us at patreon.com/thehouseofbob. Last time on House on Carrion Hill, Knib-Knub and his mommies confronted the demons of their past as Keeper Crove unleashed a freakish minion from beyond space and time to destroy them. Theobald, of course, was able to slay it with his fantastic, cool sword that he found in a cave. And so I would like to give Theobald a hero point for killing the wolf with Eldrin's heart.
Fuck yeah.
I would also like to give Bimpkin a hero point for your roleplay when confronted with the very creature that you believe killed your family.
Oh my, thank you.
I would like to give Knib-Knub a hero point for defending his mommies from the terrifying creature.
I'll take it.
And Willen, you get a hero point for something that Alex probably had to edit out.
In other words, you can think of one thing to give you a hero point for.
I made Bimpkin visible.
Towards the end of the episode, Dan said, "Let me bang you, bro." And I'm counting that as hero point worthy.
Hero point.
Whatever, I'll take it.
Oh,
Does that
boy.
mean we get 2 hero points this session?
You should have 2 hero points.
Yeah.
Nice.
Is this because we're going to do so poorly that you're giving us a boost?
I think it might have been just to remind us that they exist because we all forgot last session.
Probably.
I don't know if that's necessarily true, but with the Chaos Beast going down, I wanted to mark that as a moment, as a significant milestone for some of the characters. And so,
Cool.
And there was some cool stuff going on. So to reward all that.
Nice.
Level would have been nice.
So the 4 of you still in this narrow hallway. You've basically been stuck here for the past episode and a half. You have killed the Chaos Beast. Theobald is at the very south end of the hallway. Dead Chaos Beast just north of him. Just north of that is Knib-Knub. 10 feet north of that is Willen. Sickened 2 still, because you can't force yourself to throw up, or haven't successfully forced yourself to throw up. 10 feet north of that is Bimpkin, currently invisible, thanks to a spell cast by Willen. And then 65 feet north of that, we have 2 evildoers. First, you have Crove, who just became visible again after casting Acid Splash back at you. And just between him and you is this tall, very lanky, gangly, albino-looking creature with wild white hair, lidless eyes, eye sockets awash with blood dripping down his face. These pupilless eyes stare into the hallway at you as he brandishes a glinting, silvery switchblade razor knife.
Dang.
So we ended last session with Theobald's turn. Theobald, you just killed the Chaos Beast, and it is now Keeper Crove's turn. He is currently yelling at Zhezek to get in that hallway and cut them down. And he will use 2 actions to cast a spell, which you're not going to like. It is a 20-foot burst from a square in between Willen and Knib-Knub. This green cloud of mist begins to appear and then rapidly spread, filling the hallway. A cloud of putrid green mist. I need everybody to make a fortitude save.
But the mist can't see me?
The mist cannot see you, but
So
you're in it.
I should probably be okay. Oh no, I failed very poorly. Bimpkin rolled a natural 1 for an 11.
Ooh, Bimpkin.
Yep.
16 for Willen.
Oh no.
Theobald rolls a 21.
Oh no.
Knib-Knub got 28.
28, so Knib-Knub succeeds. The putrid stench of this cloud only giving him the sickened 1 condition.
That's a little gross.
Willen and Theobald are both sickened and slowed 1.
I was already sickened.
Yep, so you stay sickened 2.
Yeah, I don't give a shit. Whatever. Screw your cloud. It means nothing to me.
And Bimpkin, for critically failing, you are sickened 2 and slowed 1. Those will all last indefinitely.
What? Until we're out of the cloud.
For everybody or just for Bimpkin?
All of your debuffs that I just gave you last until you are out of the cloud.
Oh.
That's fine. The cloud's just, we're going to have to go that way anyway.
And then it is Bimpkin's turn.
Okay, and I'm still invisible?
Still invisible, but everything in the cloud is also concealed. It's such a thick pea fog soup that you can't see much through it.
Okay. Would I be able to tell what direction I'm going?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, I would say you still have that orientation.
So he's going to kind of stagger, feel along the walls till he gets out.
And then is no longer sickened.
Oh, nice. Okay.
And once you finish this movement, you will only have 1 action left.
Oh, because I'm slowed. Okay. So I will move up a little further. Is my movement
No,
different?
it's just you have 1 less action point to spend.
And then these 2 guys are up the hallway. And no, I can't see anybody else.
You cannot see anybody else. The cloud obscures your allies behind you, but you are invisible.
We couldn't see you anyway.
Okay.
Can be hard to get past them when you're invisible, though. Well, that will help, but there's all those webs that you have to get by.
Yeah, it's not like I can
Can't really
easily
get
on the
around
other
them.
side.
Yeah.
You can tell that the squares that they're in have no webs. The square right in front there has no webs. And Zhezek did come from the left side here, so you could maybe assume that this square is also devoid of web.
I'm thinking maybe I can get to the side here.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm going to do that.
So Bimpkin exits the narrow hallway back into the green room and steps just to the left of Zhezek, leaving the hallway to the south empty for the next person.
Man, that'd be so scary. You don't know what he can see with those weird glossed over eyes.
Yeah, he's like holding his breath and breathing to the side to like, avoid having to like look him head on.
Oh, averting his gaze. All right, Willen, it is your turn.
All right, let's see. So slowed just means you lose an action, right?
Yeah, so you've got 2 actions.
What is my speed? 25. Okay. This seems safe. I'm just going to hang on the outskirts of the cloud mist. And I will take out a bottle, and I'm not going to tell you what it is.
Okay. Next up is Zhezek. This razor blade wielding, maniacal looking freak runs down the hallway
Oh my God!
straight at Willen, giggling as he comes at you. And he says, I'm gonna cut you up.
I figured.
And he's gonna strike you with his razor. A 24.
Yeah. Big ol' hit.
7 points of slashing damage.
Howie.
And that's it for now. His last action is going to be something called Flensing Strike. His last action was a successful melee attack with the razor. He digs deep with his blade, flensing skin from you. And he grabs onto this tag of skin as it pulls off and rips back.
Ugh.
You begin to bleed
Ugh.
Oh my
for
God.
1d8 at the beginning of your turn. And you are flat-footed.
What's one more?
What's one more debuff, right? And bleeding.
How much is the bleed?
It'll take on your turn.
It's a D8.
Is it a D8?
Yeah.
My goodness.
And that brings us to Knib-Knub. So Knib-Knub, you're not slowed. You're just sickened 1 until you're out of the cloud.
All right. Last we left off, I saw Theobald at the end of the hallway, and he was looking through a doorway. Did I ever find out what was through that doorway, if it was anything worth being worried about?
I can't remember if Theobald called out anything about it, but you could ask and Theobald could respond as a free action. I'm okay with that.
Okay. Tom, do we have to be worried about that, or should I just run the other way?
Just run the other way.
Okay, here I go.
It's a room with water. It's fine.
Okay, I trust you. All right, so Knib-Knub starts running the other way.
You're going to do a sweet acrobatics? I suggest a cartwheel.
I think I am, yeah.
Yeah.
So I start running down the hallway towards Willen and this Zhezek guy. I see Willen there, and I try to handspring off of his shoulders over Zhezek.
Oh, you
Okay.
pushed the knife in farther.
Acrobatics check.
28.
Yeah, successful. You managed to move through Zhezek at half speed.
With my final action, I'm going to bite this guy. And I'm like, finally, someone as crazy as I am. 19 to hit.
Hit.
Oh, that still hits. 10 damage.
All right. Now it is Theobald's turn. So, Theobald, you are slowed one and sickened one.
Theobald feels gross, but not as gross as that guy sounds as I cast a Bon Mot at the dude with the bleeding eyeballs, because I can't see him, but he sounds gross.
All right. I think it's a diplomacy check against my will DC.
Heck yeah, it is. Take this bleeding eyeball guy. Theobald rolls a 13.
13 against my will DC is not enough, my friend. I am sorry. It is not a critical fail, though.
Cool. Well, that's good.
It is good. You have one action left.
Can I use a hero point to make that Bon Mot a success?
You could re-roll it.
Yes. And to re-roll my diplomacy
Yeah,
check.
be better.
Diplomacy.
Wow.
Better joke.
Infinitely
Nice.
better.
Critical success. 28.
28, natural 20 for 28. So that means the target is distracted by your quip. Takes a -3 status penalty to perception and will saves for the next minute.
Oh, nice.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty good.
Yeah. So -3 to will saves.
I guess I'll just have to move up. Yeah, there we go.
All right.
Nice.
That brings us back up to Keeper Walder Crove. He is going to wind up and cast yet another spell. We'll do another acid splash. So this is going to be at Knib-Knub.
Is he still blind?
He is still blind, yes. So he's going to roll his attack roll first. A 26 to hit Knib-Knub, but we're going to roll a d20. I need an 11 on this. If I fail, this spell is still expended, but it does not hit you.
Yeah.
I got a 4.
Yes.
So
Oh,
it
even
misses,
better.
goes wide, and
Nice.
flashes against the side of the wall. Bimpkin, you can see that he is frustrated and struggling to recover from this incredible debuff that you've put on him.
What a nerd.
And it is your turn.
Knib-Knub just looks at the acid splash at the wall and then like stares darts at Will, and he's like, hey, quit it.
And he hides the flask in his hand.
Bimpkin's gonna raise up a hand towards Crove, also staring daggers at him, and he's gonna say in like a whispery tone, "You deserve to be down here, alone with your fears." And he casts Agonizing Despair.
Ooh.
It's gonna be a will save,
Sounds pretty cool.
DC 21.
Sounds like you're hurting him emotionally.
That is a fail. I got a 20.
So you take 4d6 damage, 14,
Nice.
Emotion damage.
and you
Mm-hmm.
are frightened too.
Frightened 2.
Oh,
Okay.
heck yeah.
He cannot see as you cast this spell, and the tendrils of this agonizing despair seep into him. You'd see him start to flail. No, get back, you animals. Get back. I told you I'd cure you. Get back. Ah. Anything else on your turn?
Yeah, I'm going to move around his flailing arms.
Bimpkin has just moved back behind Crove, kind of cutting off an avenue of escape, it looks like. And you're no longer invisible,
Yes.
even though Crove is still blind.
Can you explain what frightened does?
Yes, I can. Frightened, you are gripped by fear and struggle to control your nerves. The frightened condition contains a value. You take a penalty equal to that value to all your checks and DCs. So he has a -2 to AC, Fort Reflex Will, attacks, and his saving throws when you're trying to save against his spells.
Nice. So that's just a really good debuff, pretty much.
It's probably the best debuff.
Sweet.
The end of his turn, each round, it decreases by 1. So he's frightened 2 for now, but it will go down once it's at the end of his turn.
So load up on him while we can.
I'll frighten him again.
Willen, what you got?
Willen did not like what just happened with the stabbing and stuff. So he's thinking the cloud feels safer than being in front of this guy. Is there a way to safely retreat? Do I have to make an acrobatics thing?
You don't know if he has attack of opportunity.
Yeah, I don't know if he's a fighter or not.
I actually haven't done this in Pathfinder, but can't you just do a full round escape?
You could do a one-action step and just move 5 feet, and then that would not provoke.
Done. I'll do that.
You're fine for hit points. Why don't you just stand and fight with Knib-Knub?
Okay. And then he throws his bottle of acid.
Oh, God.
Because that's the bottle he took out.
So Willen steps back and then hurls alchemical acid.
This is definitely going to hit me.
It's funny, like, I look at all the bottles I have, and all of them are like, splash damage, cool. I guess that's just kind of makes sense with a bottle of something, right?
It's kind of the point.
Yeah. I got a 16 to hit him.
A 16 is not enough, but this is a moderate acid flash, which will do 2 splash damage to him regardless.
Oh, okay. I'll take it.
So 2 points of acid damage, and Knib-Knub ducks, but does not get splashed at all, fortunately for him.
Oh, it's a miracle.
Willen, I need you to make a fortitude save as you're in the cloud.
19.
Okay, so you are just slowed 1 once again. At the end of your turn, we're going to see if your bleeding effect ends.
Oh, it can end. That's good.
It can. So you're going to take 4 points of bleeding damage, and you need to roll a DC 15 flat check in order to end the bleeding.
13. Nope. Failure.
Right, it's going to continue to bleed.
All right.
And it is Zhezek's turn. He turns to Knib-Knub, and
No, get that guy. Don't
Let me
worry
guess.
about me.
You're going to cut him?
he turns to you and is like, I thought I smelled a dreamer. I knew you would come. I'm going to make your nightmares real.
Please don't.
And he strikes out with the razor, a 21 to hit Knib-Knub.
That misses by 1.
And he'll do a second attack, a 19,
Misses again.
and he will step away from you. And it is your turn, Knib-Knub.
You can't get through this cutlery. It's too strong.
Fine silver, baby.
Just wondering how all of these like dinner plates are holding up to all these strikes.
Luckily, you bought a set of 8.
I mean, you guys can probably take this guy.
What?
I mean, if you want to go after Crove, I won't be upset about that because he's got all those minuses right now.
Clearly, Willen has the situation handled. He's got
yeah.
lots of acid splash bottles.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to really stick around.
I can just throw him wherever. It's going to hit something. Me or you.
So just, I
Maybe
guess
the
I'm
bad
just
guy.
weighing my options. Keeper Crove looks kind of hurt, so maybe I can just end this quickly. Actually, I'm going to go for a grapple.
So Knib-Knub sprints over to Crove, attempts to grab onto him as the wizard is both frightened and blinded.
29.
29 is a success. He is grabbed.
Nice.
You're not going anywhere, buddy.
He almost has as many effects as I do. Wow.
And I got one more action, so I'll give him a little bite. 32.
Because of the debuffs of frightened and flat-footed, which is imposed when you grabbed, that is a crit.
Crit!
30 damage. And is he wearing any armor?
He is not. He's just wearing mage's robes.
So yeah, 30 damage, and he'll be taking 1d6 bleed damage.
Oh, man. That bleed might be enough to kill him.
Nice.
We'll see. He's looking very significantly injured.
And I think at the end of my turn, I kind of see that I've got him grabbed. I've got him very bloodied, and I see Bimpkin, and I'm just like, I've got him, Bimpkin. You go help the other guys, the other mommies.
And it is Theobald's turn.
Theobald hears a win on the other side of the cloud.
A win?
Yeah. That sounded painful.
You've gotten to recognize the sound of Knib-Knub's
Sound like
bites.
Knib-Knub biting people.
Yeah.
Oh, that was a good bite.
I feel like I felt that sound up close and personal when my armor got bit in half, but
You recognize
Yeah.
that crunch.
you're like, oh yeah, good, nice.
Sound like a crit. At least double damage.
Okay, so Theobald's going to just push through the cloud, kind of do a little dance, come out on the other side, and do a little choppy chop.
All right.
So here's my acrobatics. 21.
Success.
And now I'm going to do a choppy chop
Okay.
with the Eldrin's heart. 14. I was a little
Hero
dizzy.
point.
Oh, yes. I'm going to do a hero point, second hero point, 2 turns in.
Hey, better than not using them at all, right?
Yeah, totally.
I got a crit fail on my second hero
I'm
point.
sorry, Trevor.
Sometimes it's got to happen.
It's called balance. I got a crit success. This is a crit fail.
Theobald, now out of hero points, rolls a natural 1 on an attack. But you've got Zhezek flanked with Willen right now. So you are in an okay position. That brings us back around to Walder Crove. A blinded, frightened, grabbed, flat-footed, immobilized, bleeding Walder Crove. Looking at the spells that I have here, his best bet is going to be to just attack you with his dagger. This is still going to be at a 50% mischance because of that blinding. So let's see here. The roll to hit is a natural 1.
Oh, this guy's having a bad day.
Yeah.
You can see he's completely panicked now. I will not let you take me. And he starts to stab down again with the second strike. A 15 to hit.
Mm-mm.
No. It can't end this way. And a third strike. A 20.
Nope. My judo is just too good.
Yeah, he bleeds for 5, but his bleeding stops. It is Bimpkin's turn.
All right. Just like any good mommy, Bimpkin's going to want to encourage Knib-Knub's talents. And he kind of looks around Keeper Crove, give him a thumbs up, and be like, yes, you've got this. Good job, Knib-Knub.
Thanks.
And casually, as I pass by, I'm just going to reach out and touch Crove and cast Daze and hope that he fails.
Just to add one more condition.
That's a natural 2 for a 17.
So he's stunned 1.
Stun 1. And I take damage, right?
Yep. 10.
Oh,
Is
okay.
stun on a fail or just a critical fail?
Oh no, it's only on critical fails.
Sorry.
Dang.
We'll take the damage though.
But for flavor's sake, because I know I moved once and then this is 2 action points, but can I just make it look as though I'm still walking by?
Yeah, dazed is range.
As if, oh, it is. Okay, yeah. So it's like he's totally being casual, just passing by.
Yeah, just a finger gun.
Acting like he's not doing anything.
Taps this blind guy on the shoulder.
Yeah.
And it's Willen's turn.
All right, so I technically can't see anything in front of me, right?
Correct.
So I wouldn't be able to attack him.
Well, you could, but it would be a 50% mischance.
Gotcha. Okay. I will attempt to, after watching all those sick cartwheels, he's going to see if he can do one himself.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to cartwheel between his legs. Well, that didn't go well. He got a 13.
Willen attempts to cartwheel through Zhezek's space, ends up rolling directly into the back of his legs, and then bounces back into his original spot, coughing in some more of that green cloud.
Yeah, how do you do it?
You don't go through the legs.
I wasn't impressed before, but now I am.
Got one more action.
Let's do this. And I attempt to roll again. This time not between the legs. Well, 15 isn't a whole lot better, but I don't know.
This time you attempt to squeeze through like the right side of the hallway, but he just happens to dodge an attack from Theo at the same time and cuts off your path, and you're just like zigzagging back and forth, and you're stuck in your spot.
Oh, God, what the hell, Theo?
Hero point. Hero point.
I will use a hero point.
Yes.
Yeah. There we go. 25.
25 is a success. You managed to deke around him finally.
Doing a backflip.
Switching around to the left side of the hallway, he ducks right to avoid Theo. Theo leaves you an opening, and Willen just dives right on through, running towards the end of the hall. All right, Willen, you are going to take 1 point of bleed damage, and you can roll to see if you end the bleed.
Never. I'll never stop bleeding. Can't make me. I can't make me.
All right, it is Zhezek's turn again. He's going to attempt to cut Theobald. You're a dreamer too, aren't you? Yes, you were the one running from the monster in the bar, weren't you? And he strikes out with a 26.
Hits Theo.
7 points of slashing damage, and he will flint, ripping some of your skin away from your body. You are going to be taking bleed, and you are flat-footed until the beginning of your next turn.
Bummer.
And he's going to do a second attack just to follow up here. A natural 1.
Oh, dang.
Miss on his last action. Knib-Knub, if you want to maintain the grab on him, you have to spend an action on it at some point during your turn.
I do want to maintain a grab on him, but
But it's also an attack action. So if you do it
I feel
first...
like it wouldn't work, but I really want to tell him to tell your kid to stop.
Maybe.
I mean,
It might work.
the thing is, none of these keepers, like, you can't threaten their lives because they're not worried about dying. Just like Knib-Knub.
Well, they're more worried about dying a different way.
Yeah, exactly. Basically, I think I could kill him this turn. Knib-Knub can dish out a lot of damage. I could potentially just end him this turn. I just don't know if that's the smartest thing to do.
Would Knib-Knub be concerned about the smartest option?
No, he wouldn't be really. That's a good point, Trevor. Thank you. I guess he would just bite down on this guy probably. All right, is he still frightened?
He's frightened 1 now.
Let's see if we can get that up to 2. I'll use one of my fear gems on my teeth,
Okay.
and I'm gonna go for an intimidating strike. That is another 32 to hit.
That is still a crit.
Oh boy. So that means, if he lives through this, that he'll be...
Let me save you some time. And just tell me how you kill Keeper Walder Crove.
But I want to see how much damage I would do, Shaun.
I mean, that's fair.
18. That's enough?
You killed him. How did you do it?
Knib-Knub climbs up on his back, and he's got him grabbed around the neck, and he just chomps down on his head, and you all hear a sickening crunch as his skull is just caved in by Knib-Knub's jaw.
As the body crumples to the ground, a blue wisp of power wafts up from the body and then cracks into nothingness.
We did it.
Nice.
You have 2 actions left, Knib-Knub.
Oh, you guys are still dealing with that guy. Okay, here I come. One move brings me right up to Theobald. Oh, if I get on the other side of this guy, I'm in the cloud, right?
Yep.
All right, I'm going to move on through. I guess I have to roll in acrobatics to see if I can make it through there.
Yep.
23. Acrobatics.
You're through. You can give me a fortitude save.
24.
24. Okay, so you're just sickened 1.
Okay.
Theobald, it is your turn.
And I give Theobald flanking.
Nice. Theobald quickly thinks about how he's going to stab this dude with his sword. I devise a stratagem, I think. I'm like, if I rolled a 20, I would be getting 32 to hit him, and I'm going to do that.
So as you are devising the stratagem, you're seeing the way that he flows through the room and the way he dekes back and forth. And it's almost like you get a sense of deja vu. Like you've dreamt this moment before. That will be a critical hit.
Which is 34 points of damage.
Describe your
Oh,
kill.
man.
Whoa.
What? You got him.
Theobald pulls out his sword, Eldrin's heart, really feeling it in his hands since I've been mostly just punching people this whole time and just watching this dude sway back and forth, and he just stabs him. It was great.
It's so good. His pearlescent eyes stare back at you as the blade stabs into him, and you can see that he gets this far off look in his face as he draws his last breath. You guys have defeated Keeper Crove.
Whoa.
Yeah.
We did it. We win
Nice.
the campaign, right?
Yeah. It's
Yes.
over.
Don't have to worry about anything else. We are completely in the clear.
There's not even a
Oh my
single
gosh.
other enemy except for that spawn of Yogg-Sothoth that you were worried about.
Whatever. That
Oh,
ain't
right.
no thing.
Oh, no.
Yeah, that'll be easy now.
Yeah.
We'll just go home, long night's rest, and then
Oh, a role play some breakfast.
breakfast and do 2 hours of breakfast role play, and then we'll kill the spawn of Yogg-Sothoth. It'll
Yeah.
be easy.
Shaun is just like left.
Yeah, I'd really like some
Yeah, we'll be
Benedict.
done by like 11.
Yeah, eggs Benedict, salmon eggs Benedict, smoked salmon maybe with some
Where's
keepers.
Shaun going?
He's just so tired of your guys' bullshit. He just
Where-
left.
Why is he getting that knife out?
Is it to cut some French toast?
Why did he change his
for-
shirt to the TPK shirt?
Oh my God.
Well, I have some good news and some bad news for you. Good news. With defeating Keeper Crove, all of you will level up to level 6.
Yeah.
Whoa.
The bad news is
Yeah.
we'll see you in 2 weeks.
No!
Ah!
Thanks once again for listening to The House on Carrion Hill. If you want to support the show, there are a couple ways to do that. Number 1, go to Apple Podcasts and give us a 5-star rating. It really does make a difference. You can also find us on social media at The House of Bob on Twitter and Instagram. Come on by and join our Discord, where we have all sorts of lovely conversations about all sorts of things that you absolutely care about and you're missing out on every day that you don't join. Lastly, you can support us on Patreon. Your monetary contribution there will help us to fund the show and make sure that it's up and running and regular for you every 2 weeks to listen to all of our shenanigans. I'd like to thank our existing patrons, Bits of Cake, James, Thomas, Alex, Mortimer, Ben, Connor, Pedrick, Brandon, Team Eamon, Pavel, Christine, Tom, Elias, Mark, Jessica, Scooter, Tyler K, Josh, Keith, Bluckett12, Tom W, Jessica, Kieran, Mike, Sylvia, and Luke. Artwork for this episode is by me, Shaun, at Shaun Makes. Audio production and sound design is by Astronomic Audio. And music for this series is made by Mike from Tales from the Glass-Guarded World podcast. Thank you, and roll on.
I just wanted to point out that Keeper Crove is looking really good.
I guess I uploaded some fresh art today.
Looks a little bit more healthy, a little more color in his face.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's because he's feeling good. He feels like he's going to get out of here alive with 4 less adventurers to have to deal with tomorrow.
I can't see the end of his forehead, though, so I don't know how
He's a
tall
fi-
It
his
goes on
forehead
forever.
is. It could.
My,
Yeah.
I feel like the top. Yeah.
Infinite foreheads.
How far does it go?
He's
My
beyond
style-
5 head.
to the sky.
my art style is definitely a 5 or
Like-
6 head. Sort of, I lean in that direction.
Yeah.
Like tall heads.
I'm glad you gave my character a hat.
Yeah.
I assume my head goes all the way to the top of that hat.
It fills it perfectly, actually.
Yeah.
It's like like Jello. So we
Same
finished last.
consistency too.
See, just as intelligent.
I feel like he had his turn at the end of last
he?
turn. Ugh, this is such a jerk move.
He's going to cast.
I remember this conversation, you know?
He casts a.
I'm just waiting for you to talk again.
Just so you can interrupt me. I'm like waiting for you to talk.
Let me bring up my diplomacy checks. Terp, 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 terp.
Who's eating? They're going to make Alex really mad.
Oh, yeah. Somebody's eating. Oh, somebody turned off their mic.
There we go.
But who was it?
We're all good.
Who could it have been?
Oh, I wonder. He's gonna
Careful,
hate
Cooper's
that.
going to choke on his popcorn. Don't make him laugh so hard.
Shubert would never
Shubert would never.
eat popcorn. I mean,
While recording.
while recording. Just never would eat popcorn at all.
How do you throw this?
If you click draw on it,
attack. Oh, draw.
Yeah.
I already had it drawn. Now what?
now you can attack
Strike.
with it.
I only have a +1? Wow. I should not be throwing things.
No. Shouldn't. We established this in like the first episode of the campaign, I feel like.
Well, stop giving me throwables.
I didn't give you shit.
I didn't buy any of these. They come to me. They're drawn to me.
Uh-huh.
In my terrible age.
I mean, would Knib-Knub not identify that Keeper Crove is kind of like Zhezek's mommy? So,
Does that make him more
maybe
of a
Knib-Knub's
priority or
like,
not?
hey, I'm going after the mommy.
But you love mommies. So.
I like your logic, but yeah, I love mommies. It's really hard. Okay, it's so hard.
What,
I'm
but
just gonna roll.
You know, the mommy of your enemy is, you know, Theobald is going to cartwheel through the
It's coming.
yeah,
clouds.
and I've got him in a headlock.
Gonna give him a noogie.
Yeah.
Where's the
I think
toilet? It's swirly.
I think all.
Sorry, does he cartwheel? Does he dive? Does he backflip? We're saying a lot of different things.
all of those combined.
Twist. Yeah, a twist and a spin, and he makes his
just a
landing.
blur.
It's a whirlwind.
so
I'm like the
fast.
Tasmanian devil over here.
Oh no, I think Bimpkin's a bit terrified.
Bimpkin just vomits.
Wow.
Yeah, you can take the condition frightened as well.
As the
And yeah,
body,
frightened 3.
For everybody, yeah.
as the body crumbles
You're
to the
frightened.
ground.
You're frightened.
Well, what's a cloud? I like big stinky dang clouds, so whatever. I love how it always comes down to just the simplest move, but there's
Yeah.
so much thought put behind it.
Yeah, he was moving a
Yeah,
bunch.
right.
So I
Just like,
stopped.
I like Theobald holds the sword out, and dude sort of sways into it, and then the sword continues to stab in, and then he's just dead. You know, it was a very simple conclusion. It was right in front of all of us. Right?
He let his own momentum kill him.
Exactly.
I'd like to thank Yuma to give me 2 minutes. I'd like to thank the patrons. Sorry. I'd like to thank our.
She's uncomfortable.
She's so sad.
I wanted to level up live.
Everybody's
Recording.
just like randomly trying to Google stuff. Like, oh shit, what? Oh
How
no.
does leveling up work?
Yeah. What do I do now?